we have taught you so wrong about the gospel. My generation, the generation of the self and the me, have made you the center of the gospel. We've made you the center of God's saving and redeeming work, not the display of His glory for the nations. And if you wonder what's the relationship between glory and holiness, I'll put it in a little easy phrase. The glory of God is the radiance, the streaming forth of His intrinsic holiness. Holiness is His infinite value and His moral perfection as the unique and incomparable person that He is. His glory is when that goes public for people to see and fall down before. And we have said to you, the gospel is about you and your worth. The cross is about you and your worth. That's what my generation has delivered in 10,000 ways to you. And I would be surprised today, apart from a marvelous grace in your home church, that you don't believe that. God's passion. Have you ever heard a sequence of thought like this? Before you ever came on the scene or this universe ever existed, God was holy, infinitely valuable, incomparable, absolutely unique. And He knew it, and He loved it, and He treasured it, because He's wise and righteous, and a righteous person always values what is most valuable. Therefore, before you ever came on the scene, God valued God above all things. He saw the perfections of Himself shining out of His own infinitely glorious divine Son, and He loved His Son, and the Son loved the Father, and the Holy Spirit powerfully, personally radiated between the Father and the Son. Before you were ever on the scene, there was a gladsomeness in reality. And then you came, and I'll tell you something, nothing changed. God did not suddenly become an idolater when He created man, putting man where God belongs. God is not a man worshiper. God is a God worshiper. Or would you deny Him the highest joys of the universe? But we did not tell you that. We bred you on your self-centeredness. We taught you a gospel of self-esteem that heals all diseases. And we put God on the periphery as a means to your self-exaltation. So there's a great barrier. There's a great barrier here. My generation has failed itself and you in so many ways. You are not the center of God's values. The glory of God is the center of His value. You're not the center of His redeeming work. The magnifying of Christ in your life is the center of His redeeming work. You are not the treasure of the gospel. God is the treasure of the gospel.